If you've looked at the new Makuri Islands map and thought some of those roads would be perfect for crit racing, you're definitely not alone. In this video, I'm going to show you how to participate in a Zwift underground race around Village Onsen. This is basically an illegal street race on Zwift. It's totally unofficial and you'll be racing in an open world with other riders, so you will need to keep your wits about you and keep a close eye on the chat for instructions. Village Onsen is a 1.3 kilometer flat course with lots of sharp corners and some spectacular scenery. Of course, this isn't an official route, so you will need to do one manual turn to get onto the circuit, and then a final manual turn to get onto the finishing straight, which takes you through the centre of the village. You could of course finish without that final turn, but I'm including it because it's a great tactical finish and it looks spectacular. If you're interested in participating in one of these races, the first thing to do is make sure you're following Zwiftaholics on Facebook, Instagram and YouTube for updates of when these races will be run. Then just follow this step-by-step guide. Step 1. Make sure you have a keyboard, mouse or companion app handy because you will have to do a couple of manual turns. Step 2. Update your Zwift username to put ZUG and your grade at the end of your surname so I know who's racing. Step 3. Choose Makuri Islands as your world and then 3 village loop for your route. Step 4. Pop a U-turn, collect a power up through the banner if you should be so lucky, and roll up the hill towards the village. Step 5. Stop at the end of the walls where the route options pop up and choose to turn left towards the village shops. Now you're ready to race. Wait here until your start time and keep an eye on the chat. I'll give you a heads up at 1 minute to go, then 15 seconds and then the go signal. To make it fair on everyone, it'll be an easy rollout and a neutral first lap to group up. Don't bother racing off the front, I won't be counting anyone not in the group at the end of the first lap. At this point, Zwift should automatically route you around the village, but just in case it doesn't, you want to be choosing the straight ahead option at both intersections. The end of each lap is marked by the crosswalk, and I'll pop a message in the chat as the front group rolls through each time to let you know what lap you're up to. Continue racing the circuit like this until the final lap, and then make sure you're ready for one last manual turn. As you make the final right hand turn on the circuit, you'll get the route options and will be turning right onto the finishing straight. From here it's about 400 meters to the finish, up a small rise and then through a fast series of corners and a short dip, at which point you'll see the finish line, which is the gate leading out of the village. Winners and podium finishers will be announced on Zwiftaholics social media. I hope you have some fun with it. I know there are a bunch of other unofficial courses we could do around Makuri Islands too, so if you have suggestions, drop them in the comments and I look forward to seeing you out on the racetrack.